This video is sponsored by Studio Bebop and YugiOhPrices.com for all your pricing needs. Now available on the App Store. For more information, check the description below.
What's up guys, this is Lintheo coming at you with a deck profile of my Blood Valley Ninja deck. Now if you've been following me for a while, or if you've obviously looked through my older videos, you'll notice that I did have a basically Mist Valley Ninja Lockdown deck not so long ago, and a couple of people have been asking me for an updated version for the meta. Now it's not the same deck technically, but it goes along the same routes. So yeah, so this is basically a very control anti-meta deck. I'll go through it. If you don't understand anything, just let me know. If you want to know why the card choice was, if I haven't explained it, do let me know. And if you want a combo video or anything like that, also let me know. But I will be having a, I will do a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro videos, recording, sorry, so you can see how the deck runs. But yeah, so going on to the monsters, we have 3 Grandmaster Ninja. Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, just an amazing card. Really love this card. It's one of my favourite cards. The art on it's just so cool. Yeah, he's just pluses for days. If I can pick up the cards. Yeah, so we play 3 of him. Then we play 3 Upstart Golden Ninja. Sorry. This card's just so good. Again, with the pluses, you can do the XYZ plays. We play a lot of traps, so that's why we have this at 3. You'll see the traps in a bit. Yeah, this card's just so good. Summoning out, you know, your Hanzo, and then Hanzo searches for another ninja, and just the pluses are very nice. So yeah, so we play 3 of them. Then we have 1 Strike Ninja, very old card, really hard to get a hold of actually. This will go up to 2 when I get the other one, but he's just another Upstart Ninja target. He's also for the Super Rejuves. Sorry, not the Super Rejuves. I'm so used to all these Super Rejuves now. The Ninja Art Transformation, and just in general, just another target. And he's dark, and his effect's actually quite useful at times. So yeah, if you don't know what he does, you can banish 2 darks to banish himself until the end of the turn. Then going on to the Mist Valley aspect of the deck, we have 3 Mist Valley Falcon. Really good cards, really useful when you know how to use them, especially when you accompany him with the different cards in the deck. So we'll go on to show you different things that he can bounce. But yeah, so he's really good. Then we have the 1 Apex Avian. Apex Avian is just so good. Target for transformation, you just special summon him and just bounce everything, you know, to negate anything at all. So really good, and he's a big beat stick. Then we have 3, the new edition, Kage Dukages. This is just for the explosive XYZ plays, you know, Shotmaster plays if you really want, because you can go Upstart Golden Ninja, special on this, effects, and then you have like 3, or you can just go like Hanzo, this, if you really want, if you just want first turn protection. If they Veiler your, oh I don't know, whatever, if they just kind of stop something. So yeah, this is really good, and it's only going to be really good when Master Key Beetle comes out. Hanzo's a dark, this is a dark. They just work. And we do have the 1 King Pharaoh Limp as well to search them. And then the final monster is the 1 Zephyros, just for the bouncing ability, just to reuse cards, and yeah, he's just good. So yeah, then going on to spells, it's a very small spell lineup. So we have the 2 MST, just for those roll degrees, or anything that would cause problems. Then we have the 1 Rota, and the 1 Monster Reborn. No Heavy Storm, and no Dark Hole. No Heavy Storm, because we run too many back rows, so it affects us more than it affects them. And, you know, in this current meta, we don't really have a lot of back row decks. And also with no Dark Hole, just because we want to maintain field advantage. And Dark Hole's falling out of favour. Just because, you know, it's not as useful as it once was. It's still good, but yeah. So then going on to the traps, and we have a lot of traps. So we have 3 Ninjutsu Art Transformation. This card's amazing. One of the main cards in the deck, just to get those, just to get Apex Avian out, just to protect your monsters, protect what they do, just stop what they do, everything. Really good, nice and searchable. And never really dead, because you can always just ditch it with Golden Ninja if you don't want to use it. Then we have the 3 Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain is an amazing card currently. Yes, Dragossack can be tribute itself under it to still pop. but it doesn't really matter. Phoenix Chain's just amazing, and especially with like Mist Valley Falcon, you can just, you know, you can get the pluses where, for example, they summon Tour Guide, you Phoenix Chain, and you summon the Falcon, declare attack, bounce the Phoenix Chain, attack the Tour Guide, and reset the chain. So just in general, that's just an example how it works. It's really good, really useful. Then we have the 3 Call Haunted. Call Haunted is just good, just to recycle the, you know, you can recycle your Apex Avian if it's gone to the grave. Just your Hanzos, your Upstarts, everything. It's just really good. So yeah, so we run that at 3. Then we have some new targets. 2 Mischief for the Yoki. The reason this isn't mained is because of the format that we are in. Dragons are running everywhere. XYZ decks are absolutely everywhere. It's just amazing. If you don't know what this card does, I shall read it to you. Each face-up monster on the field loses 2 levels until the end phase. You can remove from play this card from your graveyard to select 1 face-up monster and reduce its level by 1 until the end phase. The effect, this effect cannot be activated in the turn. This card is sent to the graveyard. So basically, while those dragons are going off and making their special summon plays, you just nicely flip this card and they all go down to level 5. And you just kind of sit there and be like, carry on. So yeah, it's really good. Works really well. I really like the card. It's a nice addition in my opinion. And you know, you can always side it out if you don't want to go against it. But it's just decks like Evil Swarms, just all things like that. It just stops them very, very nicely. Then we have an amazing card, Vanity's Emptiness. This card's just only going to get better when Master Key Beetle comes out, because with Master Key Beetle, you target this, activate this. Even if your cards go, it can't be destroyed by its own effect because Master Key Beetle's keeping it there. So it's just so good. So Vanity's Emptiness is amazing in this format. Just against dragons, you show them this, and if they don't have the blaster, they're in trouble in most cases. So yep, so that's really good. Then we have 2 Compulsory. Compulsory is really good as well, I think. Just that Drago sack, goodbye. And just in general, I just think it's a really good card. So some just removal of problem monsters. Then we have 2 Phoenix Windblast. Basically, you know, you're just giving them back something that you don't want them to have. And people think this card's bad because you're discarding. You can think like that, but if you also think, you know what, they're draw, basically not having a draw face next turn because you already know what they're getting. It's probably not going to help them, and you're just maintaining control with this. So it's really nice addition, really nice card. Then we have the one-offs. We have 1 Judgment, 1 Starlight Road, 1 Warning, and the lone Mirror Force, which will be changed for Strike Ninja. I just teched in the 1 Mirror Force because it is useful. It catches a lot of people off guard. You could argue it's not very useful because of prophecies and all that, running around with the protection and the popping, dragons, using the Drago sack so it doesn't die, but it does catch a lot of people off guard and they don't really expect it. So going on to the extra deck, we have 2 Shockmaster. Shockmaster is really good, amazing in this format. This deck can so easily summon him, and I just think running it at 2 is just a really good number. So yeah, the amount of times you can just go dragons, spell, monster effects, and prophecy spells. Yeah, good luck. So yeah, it's really good. And then we got the 1 Lightning Chidori, just for those win targets, those Mist Valley Falcons. Summoned it a couple of times. You don't really summon it that often, but it's really nice to have in a difficult situation or if you just want to push. 1 Star Liege Paladinamo, just because we do have lights and it is a very useful card. The 1 Excalibur and the 1 Blade Armor Ninja, I'll put these together. This is kind of like for your big pushes. If there's a problem monster on the field, you can just easily get over it with Upstart Golden Ninja, and same with Blade Armor Ninja if you just want to push as well. So those are really good. Then we have the Evil Swarm monsters. Evil Swarm Nightmare, Evil Swarm Thanatos. Basically your dark targets. Nightmare is really good because you can just kind of control the field a little bit, and this is just, you know, again, if you just want to control, if you're just worried about some problem monsters. So yeah, so they've worked really well. I really like the targets. And then we have some support, which is Lava Chain and Emerald. Emerald's just good in all cases because you can recycle the monsters, and Chain's just good because you can set up. So yeah, so those 2 are kind of staple for me. Then we have the 1 Abyss Dweller, the 1 Cowboy, the 1 Maystruck, and the one King of Feral Imps. Dweller for Dweller, you know, your Murmurs and all that. Cowboy because it's good, Maestro because it's good, and Imp because we can search the Kage to Kages. And then the final one is the one Stardust Dragon, just for the Starlight Road. Now, you could argue, say, you keep Huge Revolution in, change it to Huge Revolution, so that you can't be warninged, and if you're playing against Evil Swans, you know, it's like, this can't be summoned anyway. Yes, that is very true, but it's also very nice to have the option if you can, just because, you know, it's just amazing. So going on to the side deck now, I'm going to show these two together. Smorg and Anti-Spell Fragrance, not deck dev. Smorg and Anti-Spell Fragrance. This is one of the old lockdowns you can do. Basically, you just need a Hanzo and this. You go Hanzo, get Ninjutsu Art Transformation, set this, set Hanzo, set transformation, set this. Yours, and then in the draw phase, you just got activate Spell Fragrance, Chain, activate Ninjutsu Art, Tribute, summon this, summon that. So resolves backwards. This is summoned. This now activates and resolves. They can no longer set any cards because of Dark Smorg, and they have to set spell cards before they activate them, but they can't because of Dark Smorg. So against Prophecies, you just like, bye. So yeah, so it's really nice. It's not necessarily good enough to main deck anymore, but you can just straight away side this in to the Prophecy matchup. Yeah, so that's basically that. Then we have, as you just saw, two tech devs. Works with a couple of them, most notably the King Feral Imp. You know, so just kind of good. It's just good depending on what deck you want to play. It's control deck, don't forget. Then you got two EVs, just for more hate on the spells. You can use it with Dark Smorg if you really want. If you really want to like push them when they're gaining advantage. Or you just want to completely diminish the hand. It's completely up to you which one you want to do. And it will also be used when Master Key Beetle comes out. Apologies for Skype. Then we have the two Mind Drain. Mind Drain's just good. Stop all those hand traps and stop all those shenanigans. Then we have the two Soul Drain, hating on the Momo matchup. And other matchups, obviously. And two Mind Crush. Again, just because you know what your opponents have in their hand more often than not. They know what the key cards are. So just get rid of them straight away. And yeah, that kind of really helps. And then my tech, my awesome tech, I think, to DNA Surgery. Really like DNA Surgery. It catches so many people off guard and it's just so good. You can argue that everyone can get over it. Well, you can argue that about every deck. And every card, but DNA Surgery is just good. If you don't know what it does, activates by declaring one monster type. All face-up monsters become that type. So you go against, I don't know, excuse me, you go against Five Fists, call something other. They're kind of screwed. You call Prophecies, call something other than Spellcasters. They now can't use Fate. They can't use Master. They can't use Power. Just all these things because there's no face-up Spellcaster on the field. It's just so good and really fun. And if you really wanted, you could also call Dinosaurs, and you could put some Alagia and Dolker in your extra deck if you really wanted. So yeah, so that's kind of it. But yeah, so that's the deck, guys. I hope you enjoy it. It's a really fun deck. I really do enjoy it. A lot of people get very angry when playing this deck, especially when you do kind of locks first turn and all that. So yeah, so let me know what you think. This is Lintheo signing out. Comment, like, subscribe in the bottom. Cheers, guys.